on now?
Yes, we are. I hope we can see everything. I don't know. You want to take a look and see?
Service has started. About 5 minutes. We hope you join us here at Temple Aliyah. Safe distance apart, 6 feet beyond us. Just your clergy here. Trying to make Shabbat a little bit special as we're home in our community. Here we go, live, David. Beautiful. We're here at Temple Aliyah, and so thrilled to be able to share with you. 6 feet apart, just the three of us here, sanitized sanctuary. We want to make sure that you're safe at home and doing what is right with your family, whether you're alone or with others. We wanted to come to you on this Shabbat and to share with you. We're going to warm up a little bit for our Shalom Aleichem. You got a little bit of warm up for us?
Yes, it's a jazz Shalom Aleichem in jazz waltz. And see, the words are easy. I want everyone to sing I did it, I did it, I did it, I.
I think we can handle that. David Cohen, you ready for those?
Sure. I did it, I did it, I did it, I did it, I. Zeichem v'shalom.
Shalom, Malachei HaShalom, Malachei Elyon. Mihi Melech, Malachei HaMelachim, Kadosh Baruch Hu. Dididai, 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 dai, dai, ai, dididai, dai, dai, dai. Ai, dididai, 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 dai, dai, ai, dididai, dai, dai. So if you have your own prayer book at home, you'll be able to follow along accordingly. We're using the Siddur Lev Shalem, which on our website, actually, you can have a link to a PDF version of it, provided by the Rabbinical Assembly, a great organization, by the way. I hear
Yeah.
their president's doing okay.
I think he's like my rabbi. He's like
I
a
don't
rabbi to
know.
me.
You're supposed to have an
He's like my
installation
rabbi.
here Monday night, but it's all
right.
right. We'll figure it all out. But you can get it. There'll be our first services tonight, Friday night, and Shabbat morning. That Lev Shalem, you'll be able to request and to get it and to download and to use it. We're going to follow along. I found a reading which Hans, we've used this before, but it had new meaning tonight. When I read it, and David, you'll hear new meaning and significance in this on this Shabbat. Here it goes. This is the great warmth, the great at-homeness. This is the knowledge of belonging, the loneness merging into a strong oneness, one lost drop of water finding its way into the sea. This is the end of the week and its beginning. This is the moment of pause, the refilling of the empty vessel, the renewing of the spirit. This is remembering the shared memory of 2,000 years and the shared embarking upon 2,000 more. This is the hearth, the gathering together, the pain and the joy, the tears and the gentle laughter. This is the benign wisdom in an old man's eyes and the hope in a girl's fresh voice, the roots into the past and the arms stretched forward into the future. Isn't that a great reading? In a sense, that's why we're here. You who are at home and sequestered and doing the right thing in terms of helping society, we want to help you feel this connectedness tonight, that you are not alone, that you are actually together with the Jewish people, with this community. We are, and we have survived for thousands of years in the darkest of times, through the Black Plague. We're going to survive this, but only that we can't lose our sense of connectedness, our sense of peoplehood and belonging. That's why we're here for you, and we're going to celebrate. We're going to bring in the light of the candles. By the way, earlier we did a candle lighting at 6 p.m. with everybody. It was very sweet. Every Friday we're going to be doing that at 6 p.m. Be able to join together just for candle lighting and a little bit of teaching or something together. But let's, for those of you who have not done the blessing over the candles, you'll join with us together, please. Ya la 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 la. Ya la 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 la. Ya la 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 la. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kiddushanu Tzivanu, Tzivanu, le'aleh, Tzivanu, Tzivanu, le'aleh, Tzivanu, Tzivanu, le'aleh, Shel Shabbat. Ya la 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 la. Ya la 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 la. Ya la 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 la. You have to be standing, you can be seated. We'll let you know in our moments of standing. In our prayer book, we're going to go to Lecha Dodi, page 23 in the Lev Shalem. And we'll do the first two stanzas together. And then why don't you stand up with us and face towards a door or something, because it's the final verse, Boi Chala, when we're going to welcome in that Shabbat bride. We're going to join together.
All right. This is in 5/4, so I have 2 chances to clap each measure.
I don't know how, I'm not good at that.
Don't worry, you come back next week, my friend. Yeah, yeah.
Stand, we stand face toward any door you want. Here we go. Welcome that Shabbat bride. We hope that your home is now even further sense of sanctity and sharing with that Shabbat bride. On page 28, Sadik Katamar Yifrach, the righteous shall flourish like the date palm. We're going to join together. Here we go.
So this is a very old melody, written, I think, around in the 1800s.
Really?
And now I've used every single jazz chord that I know to make it a jazz melody. So... Sadik Katamar Yifrach Ke'eres Balevanon Yizkeh Sheturi Beveit Adonai B'chatzrot Eloheinu Yafrichu Oh, Gelubun V'Seva B'Shenim V'Ra'ananim Yiyu Le'hagi Yashar Adonai Tzuri Tzuri V'lo Ablata
On page 39A, you'll find the Barhu. Normally, if there were just 3 of us here, we would not be doing the Barhu, because normally to have 3 people, it's not a community, it's not a minyan. But in these times of challenge, there are those who have taken a lenient position and saying that you out there, you who are watching, that you are creating our virtual minyan. So you are not alone in this very moment. You are standing together with community, standing as one. I want you to feel that sense of wholeness with community. I want you to rise, if you will, and we're going to join together in the Baruch. Seated. Skyline Crothers had nothing on you, my friend. That was beautiful. Wow. Channeling that jazz. That was really beautiful. We're going to turn now to Ahavat Olam, which is the preface to the Shema, in which God professes love for us. And then the Shema is our returning that statement of love. So if you're following the Sim Shalom prayer book, page 40, Ahavat Olam.
תסיר ממנו לעולמי. ברוך אתה אדוני, אוהב עמו ישראל, אוהב עמו ישראל, אוהב עמו ישראל, אוהב עמו ישראל.
Words of the Shema, I invite you to close your eyes and to reflect on the first 6 words of oneness as we feel a sense of oneness with one another. Even though we're not physically together, we are socially together. We are minyan, a community. We join together in these words.
Shema Yisrael Adonai Eloheinu Adonai Echad Ve'ahavta et Adonai Elohecha bechol levavecha ubechol nafshecha ubechol meodecha vehayu הדברים האלה אשר אנוכי מצווך היום על לבביך ושיננתם לבניך ודיברת בם בשבתך בביתך ובלכתך בדרך ובשוכבך ובקומך ושרתם לאות על ידיך והיו לטוטפות בין עיניך וכתבתם על מזוזות ביתך ובשעריך.
Continue silently, Hebrew or English, with our prayers.
למען תזכרו ועשיתם את כל מצוותיי והייתם קדושים לאלוהיכם אני אדוני אלוהיכם אשר הוצאתי אתכם מארץ מצרים להיות לכם לאלוהים אני אדוני אלוהיכם Adonai Elohechem Emet.
Page 44 in the Sidur Lev Shalem, Michamocha, who is like unto you, O God. Clap along, here we go.
No
We're going to turn to a prayer for healing, which we do at every service, in the evening and in the morning. We believe that our prayers can help bring strength and comfort. Usually we're bringing to mind all those people who are afflicted physically, emotionally, who are dealing with addictions, who are dealing with eating disorders, depression, whatever it may be. We believe that love that comes from our prayers, a sense of community, can help bring that comfort and strength to deal with these. Today we're very cognizant of those who are suffering from the pandemic, from the COVID-19 virus, for those who have other symptoms and other issues as well. So whether you're dealing with any affliction, any illness that you need the prayer and strength and healing, whether there's someone in your family, we have people in the congregation with relatives in the hospital that they can't visit, to Dennis Grossman's father, to Dahlia Geilman, to all others who are in the hospitals, wherever you are in need of strength and comfort, we're sending those prayers to you as you send them to yourself and to others. So going to read together, and then we're going to trail off a little bit, and we're going to join together in this Misha Berach, the Refaenu prayer that Chazan you wrote, which is so beautiful. Oh God, our source of healing, help us and save us, for you are our glory. Bring healing and comfort to all those who are afflicted. May it be your will, God, that comfort is given, that strength and renewal. I'd ask you to bring to mind all the people you're thinking of. Just close your eyes for a moment. Bring them to mind. If you're dealing for health for yourself, internalize it, bring it inward. Just hold on to those prayers for just a moment, and then we'll join together in the healing prayer song.
God, only you can bring true healing, and so we pray. Baruch atah Adonai, faithful day, Anu Israel. Blessed are you. Restores our loved ones, heal our people, speedily in our day. Then Lord,
Boy, in the last week, everything's changed, hasn't it? Could you ever have imagined, David or Chaz, that a week ago that we would all be sequestered like this? Could you ever have imagined that the things that we worried about a week ago, we're not so worried about them anymore. All the things we thought that were important a week ago aren't so important today. Being home requires a different sense of life, a different relationship to that which is around us. We're at the end of the portions of the book of Exodus. And so we're completing the construction of the tabernacle in the wilderness. And there are great, beautiful elements of this mikdash, of this mishkan, which are being built. There's a beautiful gold menorah. There's the Aron HaKodesh, the holy ark that will hold the tablets. Everything. There's a bronze laver. So much beauty inside. And then they have the great skins that are going to be placed around it, are going to be the decorative portion of what you see and what contains, if you will, the tabernacle itself. If you look at the English translations, they call them dolphin skins. And if you're reading the text, you're looking like, where did they get dolphins from? They're not dolphins or related to some other animal that the rabbis will argue about. But when they ask the rabbis, they ask about which way is the beautiful side of the skins. Not both sides are beautiful, just one side. Is it facing the outside so that when you look at it, it will look so nice? Or is it on the inside where hardly anybody will really see it? The answer is the beautiful side of the skins was on the inside. See, we often think about the outside of our homes, about the outside world and how that looks to other people. How do our lives look to other people? And we often get caught up in that as well. Things look so beautiful. Years ago, I gave a sermon about opening up that veil of our homes and our lives and seeing what's inside. Sometimes on the outside, it looks so beautiful. What really counts is what's on the inside. That's the message of the Mishkan. It's about what's inside your homes. You are sequestered inside your homes. And so rather than thinking about what we can do outside, let's think about the beauty inside. Let's think about the sense of what we have around us. And whether you have family with you or you're live streaming with them, you're connected to other people, that's going to be so important. Our lives are about what's the internal elements of our souls, of our lives, of our families. That's what we should focus on, the hope and gratitude and the blessings of life. We're going to transition to the Hashkivenu, a prayer that asks God to place over us the tabernacle of peace. We want sheltering presence. We want that sense of protection, all of us, don't we? And so we're going to join together, beautiful melody. We're going to do Craig's melody?
Craig's, yes.
All right. Craig Tallman, this one's for you. We love you. Froz Aleinu.
Hashkivenu Adonai Eloheinu
beautiful. You should have that sukkah, a tabernacle of peace over your family, over our country, over Israel, over all the world to protect us. Hashem Bashem, you love this piece, right? What do you love about this so much?
I love this piece because B'Shem Hashem, we sing a song about the angels that guard us. We sing this when we go to bed at night. It's part of our liturgy for saying the Shema in the evening, along with Hashkivenu. And it's a very, very important prayer. I've sung it to many people as they were recovering. And to know that there's an angel, Michael to the right, Gabriel to the left, Uriel to the front, and Raphael, the healing. God has got our back. I love that.
I love when you explain that. Come on, let's join together.
I'm going to start over a step higher.
Beautiful. I want to share a prayer written by a dear friend, Rabbi Naomi Levy, prayer of hope during this pandemic. We're frightened, God, worried for our loved ones, worried for our world, helpless and confused. We turn to you, seeking comfort, faith, and hope. Teach us, God, to turn our panic into patience and our fear into acts of kindness and support. Our strong must watch out for our weak. Our young must take care of our old. Help each one of us to do our part to halt the spread of this virus. Send strength and courage to the doctors and nurses in the front lines of this battle. Fortify them with the full force of their healing powers. Send wisdom and insight to the scientists working day and night across the world to discover healing treatments. Bless their efforts, God. Fill our leaders with the wisdom and the courage to choose wisely and act quickly. Help us, God, to see that we are one world, one people, who will rise above this pandemic together. Send us health, God. Watch over us. Grace us with your love. Bless us with your healing light. Hear us, God. Heal us, God. And let us all say, Amen. The prayer of Shamru speaks about the covenant of Shabbat, our relationship of holiness and finding holiness in time. We're going to join together. For those of you, if you wish to rise, you can. We're going to join together V'shamru.
V'shamru b'nei
Yisrael et ha-Shabbat la'asot ha-Shabbat dorotam b'ridotam V'shamru b'nei Yisrael et ha-Shabbat la'asot Chatzi Kaddish.
Yitkada v'yitkada shnei Rabbah.
Amen.
Israel,
Agala, hu bizman ka'ariv.
in the room.
Amen. Yehesh merabba memorah, le'alam me'olaya, yitbarach.
Yitbarach v'yishtabach, v'yitbahar v'yitromach v'yitnaseh, v'yitadar v'yitaneh, v'yitanah, shenei v'kudashah,
Berechu.
le'elah v'tomimata, v'shivata,
Shevata v'nechem matata amihirat ve'alma. In a moment, we're going to begin the silent Amidah. In the evenings, this prayer, our most sacred prayer, oneness with God, is recited silently. But in order to warm up our hearts, just in case they're not warmed up yet, we're going to begin with this meditation at the beginning, 6 words which are so important from our tradition. Adonai tzvatai tiftach ufi yagid tilatecha. Please, God, open my lips that my mouth may proclaim your praise. Our goal is to open our hearts. Right, where so often words just don't do justice to what we're feeling. We forget about the words, we just open the heart. And so we're going to join together in this and just sing along, forget about the words even, just feel it in your heart, close your eyes. The conclusion of this will begin silently, the Amidah, Hebrew or English, or just the private prayers of your hearts. Here we go. Adonai. Tzotai tiftach. Ufi yagid. Ufi yagid tehilateh. Amidah always begins with a prayer of peace. Shalom Rav should be great peace in the world.
Shalom Rav al Yisrael Amcha ve'al kol yoshvei tevel. Shalom Rav al Yisrael Amcha tasim le'olam. Shalom Rav al Yisrael Amcha ve'al kol yoshvei tevel. Shalom Rav al Yisrael Amcha tasim le'olam. Ki ata melech adon lechol hashalom. Ki ata melech adon lechol hashalom. Shalom Rav al Yisrael Amcha ve'al kol yoshvei tevel. Shalom Rav al Yisrael Amcha tasim le'olam. V'tovenecha v'barech et Amcha Yisrael. V'chaleinu b'chol sha'a b'shlomecha. Hey, piano man. Well, v'tovenecha levarech et Amcha Yisrael. V'chaleinu b'chol sha'a b'shlomecha. Shalom Rav al Yisrael Amcha ve'al kol yoshvei tevel. Shalom Rav al Yisrael Amcha tasim le'olam. Tasim le'olam. Tasim le'olam.
I love when you do that. David Cohen, you are amazing, inspirational on the keyboard there. Page 53, Vayachulu. Traditionally, we rise for this prayer. If you're home and you'd like to rise as well, Vayachulu. This is
So
one of
this-
your favorite melodies, also.
I
Right?
love this. This is actually based on a South American folk song. You said 53, yeah.
And it's a calypso thing. So we make believe we're in the islands, man.
Okay, here we go.
Asher asa, vayishbot bayom hashvi, mikol v'lachto. Asher
feel about Kaddish Shalom?
I feel it's beautiful.
Page 54.
I really feel complete when I do it.
There you go. Amen. Yehesh me Rabba mevorach le'olam olam meholmaya yitbarach. Amen.
Yehesh lama rabba min shamaya v'chayim kol Yisrael v'yimeru.
Amen.
Oseh shalom v'yukama u'yaseh shalom aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'yimeru.
We're going to recite Kiddush, which is found on page 55. Now, if you haven't done Kiddush yet, this is a great time for a glass of wine. So go over, right? It's a beautiful time. Shabbat, symbol of joy. So if you haven't done it yet, go find yourself just a little bit of wine, pour it into a glass. Go ahead. We're going to start the prayer together. You can join along with us as we sanctify Shabbat. Chazan, here we go.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam borei beri hagafen.
Amen.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher
Krishanu v'mitzvotav v'ratzavanu
v'shabbat
kodsho v'ahava u'rason hinchilanu
zikaron lema'aseh
bereshit ki hu yom tehila
lemigrei
kodesh ze'echer letziyat Mitzrayim
kivanu v'acharta
ve'otanu kidashta mikol ha'amim v'shabbat kodshecha ve'ahava u'ratzon
inchaltanu baruch atah
Adonai
mekadesh
Shabbat. Whether it's wine or grape juice as I have, either is acceptable if you're not drinking wine. L'chaim. We're going to continue with Aleinu if you're following in our prayer book, Siddur Lev Shalom, page 56.
Aleinu leshabeach ladon hakol
Take a lula, we'll say, Reshit,
shelo asanu yeratzon velo samanu gadish v'chol ha'adama shelo sam chelkeinu kahen v'goraneinu yehohamonam va'anachnu korein u'mishtachavim u'modim lifnei melech v'mehamlachim hakadosh baruch hu shehu noteh shamayim v'yosei haaretz Roshavim karov hashamayim v'ma'am u'shrinatu zol mikol
ולך אדוני אלוהינו. הכתוב בתורתך, אדוני לא לעולם נאה, ונאמר והיה אדוני למלך כל הארץ ביום ההוא יהיה אדוני אחד ושמו
Standing, you may be seated. This moment in our service is probably the reason many of you might have tuned in. The most important part of having a community of Minyan is to recite the words of the mourner's Kaddish, the Kaddish Yatom. And so this evening I'm going to announce the names that we remember within our congregation. On this Shabbat, remember in loving memory the following individuals: Ellen Bernstein, Harriet Cosmer, Dennis Dine, Dora Elner, Samuel Gable, Lorraine Gerson, Joseph Gottfried, Morris Green, Conrad Leitner, Richard Lopata, Bertha Machuca, Rachel Minus, Pearl Sims, John Benko, Morris Brill, Nathan Friedman, Daniel Glazer, Amalia Kardish, Sarah Kushner, Muriel Mandel, Irvin Myrovich, Rachel Plachta, Shelley Schiffman, Clifford Small, Anita Thorner, Sydney Bruskin, Miriam Kutz, Doris Dexter, Dorothy Friedman, Irving Goldsmith, Irving Schulman, Teresa Bazbaz, Risa Brenner, Barbara Don, Marie Carlton, Harry Lopata, Nora Page, Joseph Rosenberg, Alan Sandberg, Julia Brody, Doris Cole, Ben Diamondstein, Sidney Gerner, Philip Manick, Carl Phillip, Simon Shapiro, Goldie Slobins, Mickey Gilbert, Myron Jacobson, Benjamin Kurland, George Mikulka, Samuel Mond, Robert Parker, Harry Sampson, Harold Schwartz, Sandra Sholkoff, Adolf Human, Joseph Weiss, Hilda Bender, Esther Carlton, Francis Kubitz, Ida Dubinsky, Hedy Gorbeck, and Harriet Cohen. And if you're reciting Kaddish for somebody at home that I didn't mention, just say their name aloud or their names, reminding yourself who you're reciting these words for. And those of us reciting the words of the Kaddish, we join together at this time. Yit gadal v'yit kadash shemei rabba. Amen. V'yalma divrach hirutei v'yamlich malchutei v'chayechon v'yomechon u'chayei d'chol Beit Yisrael. Agala u'izman kariv v'meru. Amen. Yehei shmei rabba mevorach v'yalam u'me'omaya. Yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitpa'ar v'yitromam v'yitnaseh v'yithadar v'yitaleh v'yithalal shemei d'kudashah brichu le'ela min kol birchata v'shirata tushbechata v'nechamata damiran v'yalma v'meru. Amen. Yehei shlama rabba min shemaya v'chayim aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'meru. Amen. Oseh shalom b'mromav hu yaseh shalom Aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael v'meru. Amen. May God who establishes peace in the heavens grant peace and harmony for us, fellow of Israel, and all of humanity, as we say, Amen.
Amen.
Chaz?
Yeah.
Wow. This is beautiful. And David Cohen, thank you so much. All right. We hope that we're able to bring you some semblance of wholeness, completion in this crazy world, to know that we're here as a community together. And by the way, tomorrow morning, we're going to have services again here, Shabbat morning. Actually, bring out the Torah even. We're going to do some Torah reading. You're going to be our sacred community. We're going to keep life going. That's what Jewish people do. So you're going to stay in your homes. We're going to be here safe. I have my latex gloves on, a new pair tomorrow. And tomorrow night, we have Havdalah. During the week, we have programs for you to be able to participate in as well. You can check our website, and our goal is to be here to help you through these challenging times, provide you some spirituality, some sense of community, some learning, and a sense of wholeness with life and with community. Should we conclude with a Don Olam?
I think it's a good idea.
You think?
Yeah.
All
This is
right.
our jazz one too, so
Oh,
if
your
you're-
jazz
if you
one.
want to dance, I mean, please.
If Cecil were here, he'd be dancing. So he's
Cecil
probably dancing at home.
Dancing
Cecil,
at
if you're
He's dancing.
dance to your heart's content. Here
That's
we
in
go.
order. Okay.
Shabbat shalom.
Shabbat